Hello, welcome back to our little series on leadership. Next we're going to talk about mission, vision, and values. This may sound like it's pretty simple stuff and maybe we don't need to spend a lot of time on it, but I think this small look will help you and your insight as you're managing your organization. So let's talk about the mission statement first. Mission really is, why do we exist? What is it that makes us important? What is our purpose? And as you're trying to think through this, you need to think that this is going to become your organizational guide in many ways that sets the framework for all the decisions and the actions. In other words, even the tactical plans to help you achieve your objectives really need to be rooted in your mission statement, and they need to tie back to who you are and what you're all about. And as I just mentioned, the mission statement needs to, in its final form, really spell out the overarching goal. In other words, what it is that the organization in society is trying to achieve. So, as we begin to talk about vision, we talked about mission as who we are. Vision really is all about a look forward. Who do we want to become? What is important in our future? This talks about our dreams and our desires as an organization, the things that really kind of get us charged up to make us want to come back. So this is, again, what the organization wants to become. What do we want to be when we grow up? That's really what we're talking about with vision. Values are fairly simply, they're the guiding beliefs and the ideals of the organization. They reflect a sense of what's right and what's wrong. This is a kind of a cultural thing where deep inside each one of us there's that natural sense of right and wrong. Inside of any organization of people there's sort of a collective sense of what's right and what's wrong. Another way that we can talk about this is values are, and I love this term although I'm just becoming familiar with it, but disambiguation. In other words, our values take away that nebulous understanding or lack of understanding as what's important to us, what our character is, what our sense of, and then also ethos, which goes back to the very beginnings of discussions talking about ethics. So again, values are who we are. And when we talk about an organization, we have to sort of start with what are our own values. What's important to me as an individual, as a leader of this organization? What is it that I want to fight for or to endorse or to support because I think it's important to bring to the organization? And these values become important to me as I'm trying to advocate. And then that leads to, what values do we collectively bring to the table that we can endorse as an organization? And those become our organizational values. And all of these are important to work into the overall description of who we are. So mission, vision, and values is we talk about, are we going to be mission driven? And if we are, then why is it that so many of our organizations have mission statements that talk about what we want to do as opposed to who we are? Again, the plan, the working plan talks about what we're going to do. The tactical plan to achieve the objectives is really critically important, but what we do is not our mission. Our mission is who we are. And then again, just a list of a few things. What values do we think are important within our organizations? Respect, dignity, cultural enrichment, diversity, recognizing the human potential, and of course for our singing organizations, perpetuating our music and the culture around us. So again, thank you for taking time to watch this and listen. Think about all these things when you're putting together your mission statement, because it's critically important that people know who you are and who you want to become and what your values are before they pledge to you their time and their commitment to your organization. Good luck out there.